Hi everybody, my name is Peter Boland, welcoming you to Humanities 140 World Mythology. I just wanted to make a little video here to introduce myself and to invite you into this experience. The class is published, the first module is open. Pop on in and have a look around and start taking action on the pieces that you want to take action on. You know, the syllabus, for example, that's always a great place to start. If you have a printer, I'd recommend printing the syllabus out just so you can kind of have a hard copy to refer to. It's packed with information about how the schedule and assignments and quizzes and how grades work and contacting me and everything. The books, of course. So I'm not going to get into the whole syllabus here in this little hello video, but I just did want to touch down with you and get the connection started so that we can begin to build this class. This is an online class. It's going to be online all semester long. There are no required synchronous Zoom meetings. I've made a ton of little mini lecture videos. We'll use some other video resources from Crash Course, and we'll have dialogue and discussion every week. And we'll have little quizzes every couple of weeks, and we'll move through our study of world mythology. Now, the key word there is world, right? This isn't just the Greeks and the Romans, you know, Zeus and Hercules and Venus and all that. This is mythology from all over the world. So I'm eager to get started because it's a pretty big job. But let me just mention a couple things specifically. And that first thing I want to mention is our main textbook, and it's called The World of Myth, an Anthology by David Leeming, and this is the third edition, please. There are a second and first edition, but those aren't going to work so well because they aren't going to line up with the study guides. I've created a study guide for every assignment that I'm going to assign out of this reading, and you're going to be in your own notes writing out answers to those study guides, and those are going to help you with the quizzes, right? So the study guides, the textbook, and the quizzes work together in a triad. Having the right edition is going to really make your life much better than trying to navigate through those earlier editions that aren't going to align with the study guides. So the book is arranged thematically, right? Not culturally. It's not like, okay, let's read the Greek myths and then we'll jump to ancient India and then we'll go, you know. Instead, the way they do it is, let's read a bunch of creation stories from all over the world, including, of course, the one in the Bible, and one from the Popol Vuh of the ancient Mayans, and the Enuma Elish of the Sumerians, and on and on and on and on. Asia and Africa and everywhere on the planet where people left some record of their storytelling. And that's what this book is going to help us do. The second book that I'm asking you to get, also required, is this classic book by Joseph Campbell called The Hero with a Thousand Faces. So this is the edition that I have on the syllabus. It's a rather inexpensive hard copy. You can get these books wherever you like, the college bookstore, of course, or go ahead and go on the open market, you know, Amazon, of course, and all those sorts of places, and get the best deal. But get both of those books as soon as you can. We're not going to read this whole book. We're going to read like the first half or so toward the end of the semester, and it's going to help us, of course, with the hero's journey archetype as it's expressed in world mythology. Another amazing theme that we're going to think about. So both of those books are on your shopping list, and I think if you took action on those immediately and got those books in your hand, that would really, really facilitate your success in this class. So what is mythology exactly? I think one way to put it maybe is mythology is storytelling with a purpose. The purpose of myth is to convey deeper, often hidden insights and meaning and wisdom, honestly, about how you and I might better navigate the difficulties of our own lives. Because guess what? Yeah, we're fancy modern people with all these cool machines, but in many ways we have not changed at all since we crawled down out of the trees in the African savannah 150,000 years ago. We're still the same frightened, creative, resourceful, somewhat dangerous creatures. And in many ways, mythology helps people live through difficult times. And are we not living through a kind of ordeal right now? We are entering our 3rd year of COVID pandemic shutdown and wearing masks everywhere. You know, there's a real sense in which life itself is attacking us. An invisible virus has slaughtered millions of us worldwide. And that stirs up really primal fears. I mean, you see how fractured we are as we confront this threat. We can't even agree that wearing a mask is a good thing to do for the common good. So there is trouble. And what if, I'm just posing this question with you, what if mythology is one of the ways that ancient people worked through their troubles? You know, before psychology and psychotherapy was invented, before pharmacology was invented, before religion, before philosophy even. What if mythology is all of those things, using story and heart and emotion to move us from incompetence to competence, from fragmentation into wholeness, from dis-ease into ease, from alienation into connection? We have a lot to think through this semester, my friends. It's going to be a great semester. Look for the personal connection with all of these stories. We're not just here to collect things, you know, we're not just walking through a museum looking at display cases. I hope, and this is my aspiration, I hope that as we go through this study, you begin to feel a kind of oneness with these ancient voices, a kind of relational connection. You'll see yourself in these stories over and over and over again. And there's something vivid about this work that I just find endlessly fascinating. So again, it's such a joy and pleasure to meet you. I'm really excited about the work that we're gonna do. You jump into this Canvas space, depending on where your Canvas skills are, spend some time in that orientation module, get that sort of hands-on Canvas work, upload a picture if you can. It's not required, but it's just a little gesture that does help us kind of humanize each other and build the community that this class is going to be. We're gonna get to know each other, believe it or not, through our dialogue and these weekly discussions. And as we tease apart these stories and share our own stories, it's going to be a remarkable semester of growth, I promise. All right, my friends, I'll let you go. I made this video twice as long as I intended to, but as you see, when I start thinking about mythology, the wheels really start turning and the fire gets lit. I love this stuff, and I hope you come to love it too. So we'll see you soon. We'll check in during the first week a number of times. All right, my friends, I'll see you on the other side.